Okay, so hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this little test of Blade Runner. But that sounds weird. Let's crack on easy mode and just see exactly how this is going to work out. So here's the introduction. Good display of what you're actually going to be doing a lot of during the game. So this game is brought to us by Westwood, who brought us Command & Conquer, of course. This is a parallel storyline to that of the film, I think. Early in the 21st century, the Tyrell Corporation advanced robot evolution into the Nexus phase, a being virtually identical to a human, known as a replicant. The Nexus 6 replicants were superior in strength and agility, and at least equal to intelligence to the genetic engineers who created them. Replicants were used off-world as slave labor in the hazardous exploration and colonization of other planets. After a bloody mutiny by an Nexus 6 combat team in an off-world colony, replicants were declared illegal on Earth under penalty of death. Special police squads, Blade Runner units, had orders to shoot to kill upon detection any trespassing replicant. This was not called execution. It was called retirement. Yes. Los Angeles, November 2019. So this is a parallel storyline to that of the original Blade Runner film with Harrison Ford. I think it even mentions Harrison Ford's character at one point. And of course we get to rock around in a spinner, because we are a Blade Runner, of course. What would be the point in playing Blade Runner if you weren't a Blade Runner? Sure, she's eating a fucking pickled onion there. So here we are, Runciter's animals.
I'm leaving now.
Hi, Lucy.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's alright, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runciter, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary. We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait, I haven't finished with you. I told you we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I. That is the price for humanity.
Don't.
And what else might be interest you today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Not my animals. Please, I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. The forest of the night.
VR 61661, report to precinct headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief, considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
Okay, so this is us. BR 61661. Otherwise known as Ray McCoy.
VR 61661, report to division headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
Last time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Gouza was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid. Because it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal murder done at Runciter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runciter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep D-Tech.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
I like Gouza. It's funny.
Slumming tonight, Slim?
Hi,
I
Crystal.
thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
Couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse. They never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put him on the machine?
Hell no. There's a beautiful little thing in here called the magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What's Gouza got you doing tonight?
AM at Runciter's.
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-road paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Yes. I think that's the only time Crystal flirts with us.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
So let's make sure that I've got that and the director's cut. And this is money over here. Chinion. So, this is us, of course. This is our spinner if we want to leave. Let's look around for clues.
Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome. Bag it and tag it.
I don't know what horse chrome is, but you know.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
Well, that way he talks to himself.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
If you didn't even root through it, you can.
I already checked for a crowbar, some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Make sure the lab boys run them through the mainframe, human and rep.
Okay.
What do you know?
About 30 counts of animal murder and 1 of aggravated assault. The shop's been thrashed. You ought to see this tiger cub they got in there. It's a goddamn tragedy.
How's old man Runciter holding up?
State of shock. He's been moaning and complaining about his world caving in.
You'd feel the same way if they were your animals. How many perps?
At least 2. Bloody footprints all over the scene.
Must be a delightful sight. Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art.
Now you said 1 evacuated assault. I think he means aggravated assault, but I'm not entirely sure.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Yes, canvass the area. Chuck a big tarpaulin over it, it'll be fine. Let's go in the shop.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for 2 very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair.
Quite a pair.
Security camera. It'd be a banner day if it recorded anything before it was shot out.
So what a lot of people miss when they play through this is there's a bullet right here on the floor. There's no one here, I think. There
Big
we go.
caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry. Ballistics might give me a fix on it.
One out. Bang! Shot him in the head.
Security camera. It'd be a banner day if...
I'm ruined. Totally ruined.
Enter to skip dialogue.
McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent.
Acting in concert with her. Yes, they were in the Royal Albert Hall the whole time. So with user choice, we can actually pick what we want to talk about. Let's talk about Lucy first.
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for about a month. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
She got a desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there. All my animals.
Yes. What she's not telling us, of course, is he gets her to suck his cock sometimes, or something like that. That's what he was asking for in the introduction, I suppose.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts?
You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
I resent that accusation.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron colt. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions. Do I look like I need to carry artificial product?
Ooh, he's a pain in the fucking ass. Let's just pop him in the fucking head!
See if you can dig up that reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment.
He's holding his whole arm as though he's broken his arm. All they did was snap his wrist or something. Yes, go and stand over there.
Here you are.
Here you are.
Stick around. I may not be finished with you.
Stick around.
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Chinyans worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that.
Don't know why he walks over there.
I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
You believe that was a disc from last night? Bang, 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 bang! Oh, I'd love to fucking kill him. She's 14 years old, for fuck's sake. Could he get her to blow him or something?
Well, isn't that cute?
Yes, monkeys. Picture of monkeys, I don't know why. So, we have a few things to click on here. Luckily, they show up on the floor.
A toy dog.
Yes, I've never seen a dog on wheels before.
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
That, I believe, is some chopsticks.
A candy bar. Yuck.
And McCoy obviously doesn't like candy. So if we look at our clues, this is
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there
told you the
myself.
chopsticks.
I already checked for a crowbar, some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Judging from the distance between the print,
About 30 counts of...
scratches and paint flecks.
She came to me with a... I'm absolutely certain there's not a lot.
Big caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry. Ballistics might give me a fix on it.
The toy dog. Okay, right. Let's go back down.
Stick around. I may not be finished with you.
Stick around. Can't click on any of the dead bodies. And I think that is everything we can get right in here.
It didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft. The small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance.
Now, you used a contradiction in terms right there, and they've said it a few times actually during the start of this entire case there. Animal murder. Murder is when one human being kills another. You cannot murder an animal. You can kill an animal.
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runciter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
Really? A big fat guy?
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Okay, we can spin around on the spot. I think that's all the clues you get, I think.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
So, there we go. Now what a card did you...
This woman says this guy lives across...
Yeah. It's got tick next week, you haven't reviewed it yet, basically. I don't like to leave evidence unreviewed. So, that's Runciter, that's where we are, of course. I can go to Chinatown. I can go to the police station. And I can go back to my apartment. Let's hit the police station. One thing I'm not going to do in the police station on camera is, well, I say on camera, on the recording I mean, is I'm not going to run through the fucking shooting range that everyone else fucking does. I'll do that off recording because I really fucking hate it because it's tedious. Let's go to the laboratory. Go see Dino.
Got anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. The shell casings from Runciter should be in the Museum of Military History.
How's that?
They're from an Ender rifle. It's standard issue off-world military hardware. Heavy caliber. That puppy can punch right through a tank.
What can I conclude from that?
Whoever used this piece didn't just walk into their local sporting goods store and buy it. Those babies are collectibles, and they ain't cheap.
An Ender rifle.
Anything else?
We got the animal corpses from Runciter's, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Anamoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
They're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week.
Yeah. Although he said Ender rifle, yet those definitely look like shotgun shells to me. I'd like to see a rifle that can punch through a tank, or even a shotgun that can punch through a tank. Especially in this world where there's no tanks.
Anything else?
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant, it's from a ground car.
You sure?
The angle of impact was almost head-on. And there ain't too many spinner drivers clutching enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
Anything else?
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runciter's is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
It's okay, not what I call a classic.
1995 Pontiac. I think 95 was about the time when this game came out, so...
Anything else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
So now I've got some more clues.
Most of them were that black paint. The shell casings from Runciter should be in the Museum of Military History. They're from an Ender rifle. It's standard issue off-world military hardware. Heavy caliber. That puppy can punch right through a tank. Whoever used this piece didn't just walk into their local sporting goods store and buy it. Those babies are collectibles, and they ain't cheap.
Okay, well, it doesn't give you the lab report from the chrome. It's really annoying.
Big caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry. Ballistics might
That
give
is
me a
definitely
big
a shotgun shell, isn't it? Look, I don't see anything on that level.
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau.
McCoy keeps his gun in his shoulder for some reason. Talk about a shoulder holster, that's ridiculous.
Lucky Strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
This is the training maze. I'm not going in there yet. I'm going to go in there just to talk to someone, but that's it. I obviously haven't run through the training maze. 64 is not the perfect score, but it's almost a perfect score, which is what you just said.
Well, if it ain't Ray McCoy, Bryant finally let you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece?
Don't leave home without it.
Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Gouza was going to requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Gouza could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked mice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy. You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, Steele's been running the maze every couple of days, but the place has been quiet for the last couple of days. That makes no fucking sense whatsoever. That was mainframe and shooting range. One is the ground floor, which is where I went to see Gouza in here, in the cutscene at the beginning of the game. Let's run! You sat over there this time. Hello. What are you doing over there? You should be on the desk. No weapon shipment form on the desk.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You know the procedure. Dump it all in the mainframe upstairs and I'll read it later.
You got it. Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Bang! 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 Oh, I'm annoyed that you can't just shoot people. You can go out the back door at some point during the game, and it's a back way to your apartment for some reason. Let's go in the basement. Thank you.
Lock up.
Ah, we have one guy in the lockup. Bang! Shot him.
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
Who are you, anyway?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
He says that a lot, it's really annoying. Let's go back to the mainframe shooting range.
The Tyrell Corporation today recalled the last 4 functioning entertainment model Nexus 5 replicants from off-world service. Dr. Eldon Tyrell, speaking at a shareholders meeting, denied allegations that the model was defective and possibly dangerous.
The simple fact is that the model wasn't performing its designated function. There was one isolated incident of violence a couple of years ago, but the individual unit in question was immediately retired from service. No, the problem is far from anything sinister. The entertainment model just isn't
Talking
funny.
about Gordo Frizz there, we'll meet him later.
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
Nothing new, so let's have a look on the mainframe.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Not much to do in here except to use the mainframe. So now I've got the Crystal Steele's crime scene notes and interview with the guy downstairs who said, "Please leave me alone, my migraine's acting up," who's actually called Gregorian.
This is Crystal Steele, badge number BR61354. Still working the explosion at the Tyrell manufacturing plant. It'll take a day or so to analyze the debris, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're dealing with a bomber here. Right now, it looks like the protesters had nothing to do with it. They were in too close proximity to have been in on the deal. No MOs or identities are rolling up just yet, and I'm still going through the inset files to see if any replicant munitions experts are unaccounted for. This is Crystal Steele, badge number BR61354, conducting the interrogation of Spencer Gregorian, leader of CARS, Citizens Against Replicant Slavery, November 22nd, 2019.
I once again asked that my attorney...
Shut it, shitbird. I'm asking the questions. We've already put you on the machine, so we know you're not a skin job.
That term offends me.
Okay, so you're not one of those biomechanical scumbags, and you claim to not know anything about the bombing at Tyrell.
This is true. We advocate equal rights under the law for replicants. We have nothing against Tyrell Corporation for creating them.
That's some sick logic.
The replicants are living organisms, whether people like you like it or not. Replicants contribute greatly to the economic well-being of our culture. They cannot be discounted as such.
Hell, it'd be no skin off my nose if each and every one of them was hosed down for good. You ever see this guy?
Why, yes. Actually, I have. He was present at the protest. He's not part of our group, but outsiders are usually welcome.
How many new faces showed up that day?
Not too many. A handful at most.
Describe them to me.
I don't know if I can.
Oh no? Recording off.
Love to know what she did then. Must have threatened him or something. Or maybe since she's that kind of girl, you know, she just like got her tits out and said, "If you tell me about them, you can touch these." That's the police officer I want to interview me.
Describe them to me again.
Just the Rastafarian fellow. And that friend of his. A slim blonde man, Asian, with a ponytail. Can I see my attorney?
Bravo, Spencer. You've done your civic duty for the day.
Yeah, that isn't much. So let's use the ISPA.
Scanning video disk. 2 enhanceable images found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
Yeah, so this is the ISPA. And in certain online walkthroughs that are all text-based, like you click here, you click there, you go here, you go there, it's sometimes called an EPSA. I don't know why.
Runciter crime
Let's
scene.
analyse the Runciter crime scene here. First of all, we should have something on the table.
A sushi menu from Howie Lee's. Give me a hard copy of that.
Yeah, he likes to waste paper, does McCoy. He wants a hard copy of everything. Doesn't look much like a sushi menu to me, but you know, apparently that's what it is. I think if we look here, we could see Lucy. Sexy little Lucy. Right now the camera turns around, but you know, weird.
Hello there, Lucy. Give me a
It
hard
says that in a
copy
very pervy way. I don't know about a hard copy, or she gives me a hard one. No! I didn't say that. we want is a boot. No, we need... There we go. And the camera turns again, like now the camera turns.
It's some kind of insect.
It's a dragonfly! Some kind of insect. I think that's everything from this particular picture. Zoom in on the old perv. Hello, you old perv. Runciter crime scene. Now there should be 1, 2, 3, about 4 pictures from this one, I think. Can't see anything that he's doing over here. We've got this dude's face.
He looks familiar. Give me a hard
How
copy.
does he look familiar? It's the first time you've seen him, dickhead. We can't get a picture of Zubin's face. The big fat guy. There we go.
Muddy boots. Guess he's from out of town. Give me a hard copy of that.
So look at the car. It should be 1995. Whatever the fuck old mate you said it was. Cracking car, look at that.
A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times. Give me a hard
It should
copy
be
of
ripped
that.
as well. I mean, it had an impact with a fire hydrant. You should be able to see his license plate. We should be able to see his license plate.
Local license plate. Give me a hard copy of that.
U12KL4E. And I think that's everything. I don't think there's anything else we can look at on here. You're just looking at some green figure. You're looking at the Matrix! Man, you've got big ears. Oh, it's the sound StarCraft. Damn you ugly. So I have a bunch of clues here now. There's the animal where the suspect. Car colour and make. Don't know why it says car colour and make. It doesn't really tell you the make. Yeah.
It's some kind of
You said it's some kind of insect. The clue actually tells us it's a dragonfly. There's Sexy Lucy.
Muddy boots. Guess he's from
Partial
out of town.
license plate. It's actually a full license plate, but you know. There's the tools to use and the decision menu.
Howie Lee's. Bryant once got food poisoning there, so he shut it down for a couple of months. Now it was always
Yeah.
good for a freebie.
Always good for a freebie. So that's everything on there, I think. Get in the spinner. Go to Chinatown. Da 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 da. Flying cars, Back to the Future.